In this video tutorial, we're going to take a look at drawing grass with colored pencils. And in this case, I'm going to begin sketching out the grass with a dark brown colored pencils. I'm using Prismacolor colored pencils here. And I've also got a photo reference to look at. I would suggest you always have something that you're going to use as a reference, whether that means going outside and sitting down and taking a look at the grass around you and drawing it, or finding a good image and then using that. And basically what I'm doing is I'm drawing the grass from the ground up, basically the way it grows. So I'm starting my mark at the bottom where the ground is and then moving it up. I'm trying also to create the illusion of space here, so the grass blades in the foreground are going to be taller than the grass blades that are further away. Now I began the drawing with a dark brown pencil. Now I'm going to a dark blue pencil, which might seem strange because most grass is green. Well, as you know, green is made by mixing yellow and blue together. So there's actually a lot of yellow and a lot of blue in grass. So I'm creating the shadowed side of the grass blades with the blue. I started with the brown, now I've moved on to the blue. And blue and brown mixed together are going to give you a dark natural black. I'm also putting more pressure in certain areas just to create some variety in the drawing as well. After I've got a few blue marks on the surface, I'm now switching to a light brown color, and this light brown is going to indicate basically the burnt tips or the dying tips of the grass blades. So I'm going across the top. And still might seem strange that I'm not using any green yet, but I'm getting ready to use green after I put the brown on there. Now I'm going to switch to a light green, and I'm going to start adding areas of the light green. Since the majority of our grass is going to be this color, I'm going to go ahead and use a lot of this pencil, put a lot of this material on the surface. Now we did a lot of work with the blue at the beginning. Now we're going to add the yellow. Remember, yellow and blue make green. And it's going to make a more natural looking green when we're using the yellow and blue together. So now I'm going to think about the sunlight and kind of put highlighted areas with the yellow. Next I'm going to grab a white colored pencil, and I'm going to start to increase the highlights just a little bit by going over the yellow that I just put down. I'm also going to use the white to burnish the colored pencils together. The wax that's in the white is going to cause the colors to mix a little bit, and it's going to make the image look a little bit more natural. Once I've burnished the area, I'm going to go back to the green that I started with and fill in some of the spots that you can still see the paper through. Now I'm going to go back with the original dark brown color that I started with when I began the drawing. And I'm going to start to use lines to define individual grass blades and make more of an indication of shadow in between the individual grass blades. When I'm finished with the brown, I'm going to go back with my original blue and go over some of the brown lines to make them a little bit darker. Remember, I'm not using black here. Instead, I'm mixing a natural black using a dark blue and a dark brown. Once I've got my grass completed, I'm going to address the sky a little bit just so that we can see a little bit of contrast. Since this tutorial is not about drawing skies, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with it, but I'm just going to put enough information there so that you can see the contrast between the grass and the sky. Once I've put several applications of different colors of blue in the sky and a little bit of gray, I'm going to burnish the background going in the opposite direction with a white colored pencil. And this will bring us to the completion of this sketch. I hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial brought to you by thevirtualinstructor.com.